Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer needed a simple way to get their older desktop PC online after a switch to a new home internet service placed the router on the opposite side of the house. They chose this particular Wi-Fi adapter for its design, which features multiple antennas and a cabled connection, allowing for better placement on a desk rather than being stuck directly behind the computer tower. Our client was shocked at how easy the setup was. On their Windows 10 machine, it was a true plug-and-play experience. They simply connected it to a USB port, and within moments the computer could see and connect to the new network without any need for driver installations or complicated configuration. The signal strength was impressive, providing a solid connection from a considerable distance through several walls and a floor. When it came to performance, the results were a bit mixed but ultimately positive for this user's situation. Download speeds were excellent, even slightly outperforming their smartphone. However, upload speeds were consistently and noticeably slower. While this might be a concern for some, it was still a massive improvement over their previous internet connection, so our reviewer was more than happy with the trade-off. The experience wasn't without a hitch, however. The first unit worked perfectly for several weeks before it began to constantly drop its connection, leading them to get a replacement. Fortunately, the second device proved to be much more reliable. Over many months of use, the replacement has performed almost flawlessly, with the only minor quirk being an occasional failure to connect on startup, which is easily fixed by a quick unplug and replug of the USB cable. Despite the initial hardware failure, this client found the adapter to be an excellent and effective solution.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer begins by sharing their search for a top-tier Wi-Fi adapter that would finally solve their persistent internet issues. They explain that their gaming PC had been plagued by poor connectivity, and previous attempts to fix it with adapters from other well-known brands had been a complete failure. Those other devices would constantly lose connection to the router, and sometimes they wouldn't work at all. Even when a connection was established, our reviewer was only getting speeds of about 1 MB, which is simply unusable for someone who wants to play online games, talk with friends, and occasionally stream without being tethered to an Ethernet cable. The frustration was immense, especially considering the cost of those underperforming products. However, all of that changed with this USB Wi-Fi adapter. This client found that it not only did its job, but completely exceeded all expectations. The difference was night and day, with internet speeds jumping from a crawl at 1 MB to a very impressive 40 MB. This massive upgrade eliminated lag and slow speeds, transforming their entire online experience. The setup was also refreshingly simple and hassle-free, requiring only that the device be plugged in and the drivers downloaded. In the end, this reviewer feels they have finally found a truly good adapter that delivers reliable, high-speed performance perfect for gaming and streaming. They even noted its pleasing aesthetic design. The only word of caution they offered was regarding the magnetic base, suggesting it would be wise to avoid placing it directly on a computer tower to prevent any potential harm to internal components.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer found that this USB Wi-Fi adapter, while functioning as advertised, wasn't quite the right fit for their specific needs. They were looking for a replacement for an existing Wi-Fi adapter in their relatively new laptop, which boasts the latest connection technologies like USB 3.2 Gen and Thunderbolt USB-C ports. Apparently, navigating the world of replacement Wi-Fi adapters is a bit of a guessing game. A reviewer explained that their laptop is equipped with cutting-edge technology, and they're still learning about all the standards and capabilities. While this particular adapter performs as expected, it appears it isn't advanced enough to fully integrate with their high-end laptop and the new router 6 provided by their internet service provider. This client mentioned having an i9 core motherboard, implying that they require a more sophisticated adapter to complement the performance of their other components. Essentially, the reviewer concluded that this Wi-Fi adapter is a solid product, but not powerful enough to meet the demands of their particular setup, which includes a very new laptop and high-speed router. It's a case of technology outpacing the capabilities of this specific adapter. It would probably work great for a simple, older setup.
And that's a wrap. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.